In this video, we're going to walk you through how you can create GoGuardian teacher scenes in your classroom in your GoGuardian sessions. So a GoGuardian teacher scene is going to be a feature that you can use within GoGuardian Teacher that can limit where your students can access during your class period. So for instance, if you only wanted them to access Canvas or only wanted them to access iReady or McGraw-Hill, creating a GoGuardian teacher scene and then applying that scene is going to be your best way to limit where they can go on the Chromebooks in your classroom. So the first thing that I'll do here is for my GoGuardian teacher dashboard. And just for reference, remember that you sign into the GoGuardian teacher account from your Beta Schools Launchpad. You're going to see on the left side of the screen over here different options, different menus within GoGuardian Teacher. We're going to select the Scenes menu. When I click on Scenes, you notice you'll get a little statement up here that says set the scene for your classroom session with either an allowed website list or a blocked website list. We want to choose the allowed website list. So we're going to go in and set up all the allowed websites that we want our students to be able to access. The blocked website list, creating a scene from that, would be where you go in and you block the sites you don't want them to access. Obviously, that's a lot more time consuming, impossible to block everything. So here, everything is blocked except for those things that we allow. So the first thing we're going to do is click on the Create List option, and we're going to give it a name. So for this example, I'm just going to do iReady. I'll tell you what, let's do iReady and Canvas. We're going to include two different groups in this scene. You can do as many websites, as many applications as you like. You could do just one. It's completely up to you. So you give it a name, and then from here you would select the color that you want to show up on your scene list. This just helps differentiate between different scenes and things that you might have created in the past. Then in the top right corner here, we're going to click Next. And this is where you're actually going to go in and include the websites that you want to allow. So one thing that you'll notice here is the first thing you see on this side of the screen is where you would enter keywords or websites in this space here. And when you do that, you'll notice that when you type in a website and click search, you'll get a bunch of URLs that pop up here. If you copy and paste the URL, normally it's the first one that you can add to your scene. These would be primarily, or this section would be primarily used if these aren't like Launchpad specific websites that you want to add to your scene. If you have Launchpad specific websites like iReady or Canvas that you want to add to your scene, we're going to point you to the More Options section, and under Quick List, if you click that button here, you'll notice these are lists that are made by the district administrators or GoGuardian, in our case, district administrators, that you can add to your scene. So you'll notice this list, this first group of lists, or the first list that you'll see here, is going to have different groups, different applications that we've included for the teachers to easily add all the websites necessary for that specific application. So for instance, Canvas is one. We're going to click on Canvas. You'll notice there's about 9 different URLs here that are used for Canvas. We're going to scroll down. We're going to access, or we're going to look for iReady. Here it is. iReady has a bunch. There's about 40 different URLs that are included inside of that specific quick list. So this is where you could kind of scroll through and find the different lists that you would want. Again, it's important to note you can have multiple scenes. So if you want a scene only for Canvas, you could select just Canvas. If you wanted a scene only for iReady, you could select just iReady. In this example, we're going to go ahead and select them both just to show you that you can create multiple, or you can create a scene with multiple quick lists in them. The quick lists that are included below our list are ones that are pushed out from GoGuardian. I would say not to worry about those as much because those do not include our BDS Launchpad access. And since many of our applications go through BDS Launchpad, those have to be included in our quick list. So for example, Canvas includes the BDS Launchpad URLs and access so that students can use Launchpad, as you see here, to get into Canvas. So I'm going to scroll down here to the bottom and I'm going to click Add to Scene. And you'll notice now Canvas has been added to the scene, iReady has been added to the scene. At the time of this video, GoGuardian is aware of kind of a false flag here that appears when you add some of our quick lists. So for now, Just know that we, the TOSA team, is updating quick lists as much as we can and as often as we can. So if you do see that you have a little alert here, I would ignore it. Go ahead and move forward, apply the scene. I'll show you how to do that in just a second. And once you apply the scene, if you do have issues, you can certainly reach out to the TOSA team. We'll be happy to help you. But this issue is something that GoGuardian is kind of working through. There's certain websites that are allowed and that do work, but they still pop this alert here. So once you've got your scene created and set up, again, we've added our specific URLs in this video. We just added them from the quick list, but as a reminder, you can add them from this website as well, or from this typing in the website or copying and paste the website. Once you do that and you hit save, you've now created a scene. So it's really that simple. You'll notice that on the left side of your screen, there's all the different quick list of things that you've created. Here's the one that I just built, iReady in Canvas with the green identifier there. Now what I can do is I can go in and apply the scene to any of my sessions. So I can do that a couple different ways. I can click on the class and I can apply the scene right here from this menu. So if I bottom right, apply this scene to this session. Before I start the session even, I could go in, click on that and click start session. I can also go into a class. And when I go into a class and start a session, let's go back to this class. When I go into a classroom and start a session, I can then also apply the scene from this menu here. So again, you've got different ways that you can apply the scene. You've got different ways that you can apply the scene to your class. Most importantly, understanding how to create the scene, and then whenever you want to apply it, if you want to apply it from the beginning before you even start the session, you can do it from this menu. And then if you want to apply it from once you get into your class, when your session is running, there's an option to do that there as well.